Hello everyone, I hope you're okay. Welcome to my Friday pregnancy relaxation, or as I get in the impression, my Friday relaxation for people who are pregnant and people who just want to feel a bit relaxed and have some help in doing so. Thank you very much for joining me, whether you're watching this live or whether you're going to replay it later and watch it when you've got a bit more predictable time. It is around kids' bedtime, I know, so if you are going to join us live, then thank you very much. And if you're watching this later, then thank you for joining us too. If at any point during the week, if you ever want to get in touch just to either ask any questions or find out any information or about anything, then please do feel free. I'm always here on the end of an email or a Facebook message. Well, I just, whilst I'm just seeing who might be joining us, I just want to let you know a little bit about how what I offer as a support for pregnancy has changed a little bit in recent circumstances. So I'm Meg Briley of A Gentle Journey, and I'm a hypnobirthing teacher and I'm a birth and postnatal doula. Things have obviously had to change in terms of what I offer in recent times, so obviously I can't offer anything face-to-face, so I've cancelled all group workshops until further notice. But what I am able to offer, and I've updated all my website today, is three things. The first thing I can offer from a pregnancy support perspective is this. So this is going to stay free. This is a way for you, for anybody to access some bit of quiet time, a bit of relaxation, but also a little bit of information. So every week before the relaxation, I will give a little bit of information about whatever theme we're focusing on at the time. So free pregnancy relaxation is the first thing. The second thing is something I'm calling essentials. So that is effectively some really, really short, intense antenatal support sessions. They are live, online. It's a bookable session, so it's going to be live on Zoom, via video link on Zoom software. And there are two different essential sessions. One is antenatal basics and one is hypnobirthing basics. So effectively, the antenatal session, both are 90 minutes long. Effectively, the antenatal essentials is everything that you would need to know in a nutshell for antenatal preparation. And the reason I started to set these up is as soon as everything happened with the lockdown and all antenatal sessions that people would normally be able to access via children's centres were cancelled, it really worries me that there were lots of women going without any antenatal information whatsoever, from a face-to-face perspective anyway. Obviously there's lots available through research online and so on. So if you don't have any antenatal information and you're really worried and you really want to inform yourself and effectively do an antenatal class, then the antenatal essentials is for you. 90 minutes, or it's interactive, so it's not a video of me, it's not pre-recorded, it's me live. The second one is hypnobirthing essentials. So it does what it says on the tin. It might be that you want to do both. It might be that you've had a baby before, so the antenatal stuff you don't really feel you need a repeat of, but actually now, be it because you wanted to do it anyway, or be it because current climate means you really feel like you want some extra tools, it's 90 minutes, basics of hypnobirthing, loads and loads of techniques that you'll be able to really use practically no matter what's going on at the moment. Those two sessions are £15 each. It's 90 minutes live with me. There's plenty of time for questions and answers, and obviously there's also the ability to be able to stay in contact with me until your baby's born if you want any support. If you want to do both the antenatal essentials and the hypnobirthing essentials, you can do both and save a £5 and it's £25. They're all bookable on the website, agentlejourney.co.uk, and if you want to get that discount, let me know in advance and I'll send you a discount code. So there's free pregnancy relaxation, there's these 90-minute essential sessions, and then for anybody who would like a lot more tailored approach, a really, really in-depth, full one-to-one private set of sessions, then I've basically redesigned my private course. It's 10 hours of antenatal hypnobirthing, all via video links. It's live, it's not recorded videos. You're basically live at a schedule of your choice. It could be evenings, it could be weekends. We'd work through that together. And everything has been updated to include all the latest evidence from maternity services, policies, regulations and restrictions regarding COVID-19, and basically preparing you for any birth, regardless of the circumstances that are happening at the moment, but also really focusing down on making sure you're free of anxiety and prepared, looking at what's happening at the moment. So that's in a nutshell what I'm able to offer from a sport perspective. But if you want to find out more, go to the website or just get in touch and drop me a line and ask anything you want. So, hello again to everybody who has now joined us. Today's focus is on reducing fear or releasing fear. And what's really, really important to recognise is that it's really, really normal to feel anxiety and feel fear around pregnancy and labour and birth. Just because coronavirus circumstances have sprung up, it doesn't mean that suddenly people are feeling fear that they would have none of at all before. This isn't just a pregnancy relaxation around COVID-19 anxiety. Obviously, the current climate is piling on additional anxieties and additional fears. But this kind of fear release that we're going to do today is for all those worries, those small anxieties that might just feel quite minor, quite trivial, all the way up to things that can be quite crippling fears, and that may, again, not be associated with changing circumstances at the moment at all. They can be very, very overwhelming, and those fears can really, really impact on your labour and your birth experience in lots of ways, but I'm going to just explain briefly how that happens. So when you are feeling anxious or when you're feeling very, very fearful, what can happen is your whole body, the way you're holding yourself physically can tense up. You feel incredible amounts of tension, and it doesn't matter where that fear comes from. It could be something that is a genuine reflection on a fearful experience you've had before. It could be a perceived fear of something that you've never actually experienced. It's that what if, that fear of the unknown. Any element of something that you feel threatened by is going to put you into a state of tension. Now, if your body is in a state of tension and it's about to do something that is a physical exertion, i.e. labour or birth, that's going to create quite high levels of discomfort. So if I show you now, if you were to take your hands, your fingers, if you were to tighten and tense up all the fingers on both hands and try and wiggle your fingers whilst keeping them really tense, it's actually really, really difficult. Your body can't function the way it normally should be able to. And actually it feels really quite uncomfortable in your fingers. If you were just to release the tension, it actually feels quite strange. If you release all that tension and allow your fingers to relax completely, that's really, really easy to do, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It feels incredibly comfortable, and it feels incredibly normal, and your body's now functioning in the way that it's meant to, that it's designed to. So if you're feeling fearful and that generates huge amounts of tension in your body, in your muscles, that then creates physical discomfort. We might even label that as pain. The more fear you feel and the more tense your body is, when your body is trying to go through labour, which is effectively a process that muscles are in control of. Your uterus is a huge area of muscle fibres. It's likely you're going to feel greater levels of discomfort and greater levels of pain as well. So the more we can reduce that fear, we can break that cycle of fear leading to tension, which creates pain. Because when we feel more pain or more discomfort, that generates more fear, and so that cycle continues. So what we need to try and do is break that cycle and get that fear, release it, reduce it, so we no longer experience the tension that's associated with it. When we are feeling threatened or when we are feeling fearful, in addition to that, our autonomic nervous system, your involuntary responses kick in. We are just animals. We are very primitive creatures, as evolved as we may be, as intelligent as we are very primitive when it comes to how our autonomic nervous system reacts to a stimulus. If we feel threatened and our survival feels under threat, we will go into a response that we've all heard of, we all know about, and that's fight or flight. Now, under normal circumstances, that's brilliant, because our body's going to divert oxygenated blood, our heart's racing to divert blood away from everything that's unnecessary, to your arms and your hands for you to fight, and to your legs and your feet for you to run. That's brilliant if you are in a cave and there's a saber-toothed tiger coming at you, or even if you're in labour and you're out in the open in a field and there's a predator or there's a threat, because you want to be able to get up and you want to be able to run. But under normal birthing circumstances, being in a fight or flight response is going to heavily affect labour by slowing it down and stalling it potentially, because your body's saying, okay, this isn't a priority right now. Giving birth here under this threat is not going to help me. I'm going to disappear. But under normal circumstances, we're at home labouring, or we're in a birth centre, or we're in a birth suite labouring, and we don't want to fight. Well, not normally. Depends what a husband's saying to us. We don't want to fight and we don't want to run. We just want to labour effectively. But if that fear is there, your body's going into that response. So in the same way that tension pain cycle can manifest itself, we're trying to reduce fear so that our body can just function in a normal way. If our body can function in a normal way, the stress hormones drop. That means we're much calmer. We can produce our happy hormones or oxytocin. It can also mean we're just simply physically more comfortable. If we go back to that, our fingers, we're just physically more comfortable. And labour and birth can happen in the way our body's designed for it to do. Now, it's very easy to say, don't be scared, don't be fearful, don't be anxious. And that's where trying to practice techniques to reduce that fear, practicing techniques to release those fears is really, really beneficial. It can help to keep you calm, it can help to keep you more relaxed, but it can also actually allow those fears and those worries to be taken away, because through this kind of relaxation that I'm going to do this evening, it allows you to truly connect with the idea that a lot of those fears are thoughts. They're things that you are assuming, they're things that you are thinking might happen, and those thoughts, those assumptions are not helpful. If we can release those and just focus on the here and the now, then we'll be able to birth much more comfortably with much less anxiety. So the relaxation that I'm going to do today is effectively a fear release. So it's lovely and calming. If you're currently not pregnant, that's absolutely fine. This relaxation will still work wonderfully for you. Obviously, as I've said before, there will be references to pregnancy and birth. Your mind will just gloss over that, focusing on the fact that you're just having a lovely, peaceful time. For those of you who are pregnant, then you just follow what I'm saying to you in this guided relaxation and listen to the words that I'm saying and allow those fears to release in a really calm and relaxed way. So, as I've said in other relaxation sessions, if you get yourself now wherever you are into a position that you can feel very, very comfortable in. It might be just lounging on the sofa. You might be in your bedroom. You might be lying on your bed. If you're pregnant, then do make sure that you're holding yourself in a physically comfortable position. So maybe supporting your bump, supporting between your legs, between your ankles, between your knees. If you're leaning back against a sofa, having a pillow supporting the back of your head, so as you go into a more calm and relaxed state, you're not flopping backwards and creating tension in the back of your neck. Getting yourself into a nice comfortable position. I'm going to be here still on the screen, but if you're comfortable doing so, you won't notice that because you'll allow your eyes to close so you can enjoy the relaxation. Closing your eyes is not a necessity. If you're not comfortable doing that, then obviously please don't feel you need to do it. And as always, at the end of the relaxation, I'm not going to start to chat again. I'm not going to start to get into a conversation. I'm simply going to alert you, and then I'm going to go. By alerting, for those of you who've never done anything like this before, that alerting is simply me bringing you out of that deep state of relaxation. It might be that some of you are then wanting to get up and go and carry on with your evening, perhaps go and make some food, go and have a bath or put the TV on. For some of you, it might be that you actually just want to stay sleeping and you want to use this relaxation as a way to have a really good rest. Then just hear the words I'm saying about alerting you, but just stay where you are, stay nice and comfortable, and allow yourself to continue resting and potentially fall asleep. So I hope you can find yourself in a nice comfortable position now, and I will begin the relaxation around releasing fear, whether you're pregnant or not. Okay, so just get yourself completely settled wherever you find yourself. It might be that you're lying on a bed, or you're leaning against a chair, sitting on the sofa. All you need to do now is just close your eyes. Just allow your eyes to gently close. Just let those eyes close, and as they do, just notice how good it feels to switch off. to switch off from the outside world for a while and just to draw your attention inwards just for a while. And as you enjoy that feeling of beginning to relax, just listen very lazily to the sound of my voice. There's no need to concentrate. Just let yourself go with the flow, and my voice will help you to relax. Simply allow any sounds that you hear inside the room or outside the room, perhaps the sound of other people talking, perhaps people moving around. Allow those sounds to help you go deeper into relaxation. Nothing will bother you or disturb you in any way. You'll stay completely in control. And if thoughts or distractions about everyday things should pop into your mind, simply acknowledge them and let them go, bringing your mind gently back to your relaxation. And as we go through this session, I'll ask you to think about or imagine various things. Some people find they're able to picture these things very clearly. Other people experience things in a more dreamy-like way. However it happens for you is absolutely fine. There's no need to try to control things in any way. Just give yourself permission to experience deep relaxation now. The kind of relaxation where you leave all your everyday worries and concerns behind. The kind of relaxation that just feels good. So just check your body now to make sure you're comfortable, and remember it's perfectly okay to adjust your position if you need to. Just become aware of the feeling of your body, supported by the chair or the bed or the floor beneath you. And begin now by taking a nice, long, slow, deep breath all the way in. Feeling the air going right the way down into your tummy and breathing out with a nice big sigh. And with that sigh, you feel a wave of relaxation flowing over you from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Just feel your shoulders drop, your jaw relax, all your muscles loose, limp and relaxed. And as you continue to just be aware of your breathing, you notice the breath going in and out. And as you breathe in, you can imagine yourself breathing in a feeling of calmness. And as you breathe out, think about breathing out any remaining tension that's in your body. Breathing in calmness and breathing out tension. And in your mind's eye now, I wonder if you can picture a stream. Just a small, gentle stream slowly making its way through the countryside. And you can hear the musical sound of the water gently trickling and cascading over pebbles. And you can see sunlight sparkling on the surface. And it gives you a feeling of tranquility, just watching the stream. And as you watch, you notice a little white blossom. This blossom has fallen from a tree onto the surface of the water, and the blossom is just being carried along, gently bobbing this way and that way, like a little boat. And it strikes you how nice it must feel to be that blossom, just allowing the gentle swirling of the water to carry you easily in this direction or that direction. And you realise that sometimes it can feel nice to stop resisting. It can feel so much easier to just experience what happens when you let go. Let go of all expectations and just see what happens when you go with the flow. So now, just bring your thoughts back to your body And imagine, just like the soft waters of that stream, a feeling of relaxation is permeating every cell and every muscle in your body, all the way from the top of your head down to the very tips of your toes. Your scalp, your neck, your shoulders, down your arms, your hands, your fingers. All the muscles of your face are so relaxed now that all expression is just melting away. And it's so nice to just let go of any tension or strain in your eyelids, around the eyes. And if you're looking down on yourself now, you might think that you look asleep. Just relaxing now, all those muscles down your back, down into your thighs, all the way down into your calves now, just feeling every muscle relax and soften. The muscles in your belly, around your abdomen. And now in a moment I'm going to start to count down from 10 all the way down to 0. And as I count down, I'd like you to imagine that you are stepping down a beautiful staircase. It could be a flight of old stone steps, even just walking down a hillside. It's up to you. But each step that you take brings you deeper and deeper down into relaxation. Each time you take a step down, you will find yourself becoming even more calm and even more relaxed. So, starting at 10 and stepping down to 9. That's right, stepping down to 8, feeling calmer and calmer. 7, turning your attention inward to a place where nobody wants anything, nobody demands anything. 6, sinking down deeper into relaxation. 5, feeling a sense of calm and peace. 4, more and more relaxed. 3, that's right, deeper into relaxation. 2, nearly all the way down now. 1, stepping down right the way down to 0, all the way down now to calmness and relaxation. And you can just rest here for a few moments, enjoying the feeling of being here now, thinking of nothing. And wouldn't it be amazing if you could always feel this comfortable, this calm, this sense of just being here in the moment? And in your own time, become aware that at the bottom of this staircase, you find yourself standing in a beautiful garden. It's a lovely day. You're surrounded by a multitude of beautiful plants and flowers. And there are trees and shrubs of every different shape and colour. So many gorgeous flowers. And it feels so peaceful and calm here in this garden. The air so fresh and fragrant. The smell of the flowers, the lazy buzzing of bees in the distance, perhaps the sound of a fountain trickling and splashing in the sunshine. And as you explore this garden, you feel a sense of the vitality of nature, everything so lush and green. A sense of things growing, developing. Rosebuds just beginning to bloom, tiny daisies showing their face in the green grass. Enjoying the feeling of being in nature and being at one with nature, listening to the birds singing in the trees, the scent of flowers, the feeling of gravel beneath your feet as you explore the meandering footpaths. And after a while, you find yourself emerging into a lovely, secluded clearing in the deepest, most hidden parts of this garden. It feels almost secretive. tucked away. And as you walk into the clearing, you notice one of those comfortable swing seats, the kind with a canopy overhead, and it's lined with thick, soft cushions that just invite you to relax into them. And it looks so cosy and inviting that you just sink down into those cushions. And as you do, you feel your whole body relax, gently swinging to and fro. It just feels so comfortable, so easy. It feels so nice to take a few moments in this special place. And now your thoughts turn to the birth of your baby. And you've been planning this for a long time. You've been looking forward to this these past weeks, months, even years. And just like anyone looking ahead to the birth of their baby, you may be feeling excited, looking forward to meeting your baby for the first time. And yet sometimes you may also feel uncertain. And you know it's absolutely normal to feel this way. As you approach the unknown, it's absolutely normal to wonder how it will be. And as you lay there on those soft cushions, looking up at the blue sky above, you allow yourself to daydream about your baby's birth, thinking about how much you're looking forward to that day, to meeting him or her for the first time. And as you daydream, you gaze up at the sky, just watching, looking at the clouds, pretty white fluffy clouds that form and reform before your eyes. And they slowly move across your field of vision, carried gently on the breeze. And you feel a sense of detachment, just observing those clouds. And as you gaze lazily up at those clouds now, you see reflected there certain scenes, images, thoughts. You see all your hopes and dreams for the birth of your baby. Happy images that reflect the positive birth experience you are looking forward to. Holding your baby in your arms for the very first time. Sharing this special experience with your partner. And these thoughts and images are so beautiful to see. And now as you continue to gaze up at those distant clouds, perhaps you also notice some other pictures or scenes coming into your mind. Things you might have worried about. Perhaps things you hope won't happen, or things you fear might happen. Things that you fear might get in the way of having the birth that you've been planning for. And so just take a moment now to allow all those thoughts to emerge. All the worries, all the concerns you might have been feeling. Perhaps there are private things you might have thought about and never felt able to share. That's okay. And you're surprised to find that even as you see those thoughts and images reflected in the clouds above you, you still feel a sense of calm detachment, because you know that these worries are nothing more than your imagination, just thoughts in your mind, assumptions you're making about what lies ahead and how you might feel, worries about changing circumstances out of your control. Fears that outside influences will stop you being able to make choices that are important to you. And as you watch, you realise that many of these thoughts are not even your own thoughts. They may be ideas and fears put there by other people, perhaps by the media, perhaps by those who do not understand or maybe even fear the positive birth choices that you want to make. And so give yourself some time now to see all those negative thoughts reflected in the clouds. And see those clouds just drifting across the sky and floating out of sight. Take all the time you need to just observe them. Watch them go, one by one. just floating out of sight until they are far away. And all that's left is the blue, blue sky and just a few fluffy white clouds remaining. And now that all those fears have been released, notice how good it feels. How good it feels to be free. And you take a moment to focus on the here and the now. To focus on your breathing. To allow yourself to relax. To notice the feeling of your body completely supported, completely relaxed. And to know that in this moment, in the here and now, you are totally safe, totally secure. And it gives you confidence to know that you do know your own mind. You can choose to prepare yourself in the best ways possible, following your own instincts, trusting your body, focusing on the many things you can control, and doing what is right for you and for the birth of your baby. And so you allow yourself now to really focus on the future, to imagine that the date of your baby's birth has arrived. You see yourself on that day looking calm and relaxed. And while you do not know exactly what that day will bring, you feel a sense of confidence, knowing that you will see yourself finally holding your baby in your arms, and notice the joy and power in that moment, knowing how precious and beautiful and powerful it is to create new life. And notice how different it feels when you focus your mind on what you actually want to happen rather than on what you fear might happen. Notice how good it feels to think about things in a positive way, focusing on the way you want things to be. And from now on, you're going to discover that it becomes easier and easier for you to think about things in this way. And you stand up now from your cushioned resting place, moving away and walking back down through the garden in the direction that you came, feeling stronger, invigorated, with a growing sense of confidence. And you feel that sense of confidence filling every cell of your body now, all the way from the top of your head to the very tips of your toes. The confidence shines out of you like a light that everyone can see, surrounding you, protecting you. And whatever happens, whatever course this birth should take, you know this light will continue to shine. You can continue to feel strong, safe, and in control. You know just what you need to do to birth your baby. Your instincts are strong. And this confidence and this calmness will remain with you through the remainder of your pregnancy, your birth, and as a parent. And the more that you practice the skills of relaxation, the easier it will become. Now, before we bring this session to a close, just bring your attention back to my voice, because I want you to know and to understand that you can experience these good feelings again whenever you want to, whenever you need to, all with the power of your own wonderful subconscious mind. all you need to do is close your eyes. Focus on your breathing, slow and calm. Drop your shoulders and allow a wave of relaxation to wash over you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And if you like, you can remember that swing seat so comfortable, or you can call to mind the feeling of just relaxing on those cushions, looking up at that beautiful blue sky. So easy and so natural to feel this way, to feel this relaxed, to feel this comfortable, whatever is going on around you and wherever and whenever you need to relax. So in a moment, I'm going to count up from 0 to 10. And when we get to 10, you'll be back to your normal state of awareness, bringing all these feelings of calmness and confidence back with you, and you will be free to relax and fall asleep, or to get up and go about the rest of your evening, whichever is right for you. So starting at 0, just bringing your awareness back to your physical body. 1, notice the feeling of your body resting there on the bed or the sofa. 2, notice the sounds in your environment, the temperature in the room. 3, start to bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. 4, take a deep, energizing breath. 5, start to feel your energy coming back into your mind and body. You're starting to feel more alert. 6, start to feel you might want to open those eyes. 7, feeling your eyes want to open. 8, opening your eyes. 9, stretching your whole body, breathing in fresh air and energy. And 10, all the way back up now, back to your normal state of awareness, feeling calm and feeling good. And now that the session has come to an end, just take a few moments to gather your thoughts and get up slowly or remain at rest where you are now.